Today we'll be talking about Skiploom, the first grass-flying evolution. It's the evolution of Hoppip, who evolves at level 18. Its previous BYC dates are September 1st, 1996, June 23rd, 1999, April 13th, 2002, February 1st, 2005, November 23rd, 2007, September 13th, 2010, July 4th, 2013, April 24th, 2016, February 13th, 2019, and December 4th, 2021. I find it odd that it abandons the cat design, but I do like that it keeps with the dandelion design, with Hoppip having a dandelion's leaves and Skiploom having the flower itself. As I mentioned yesterday, I often confuse the name of this Pokemon and its pre-evolution and evolution. Now let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we talk about Skiploom, the cottonweed Pokemon whose number is 0188. This is what it looks like. Its type is grass flying. Abilities: Chlorophyll or Leaf Guard in Gen 4+. Infiltrator is its hidden ability. Gender ratio is 50-50. Catch rate is 120 or 24.9%. Breeding: Fairy in grass. Hatch time 20 cycles. Height 2 foot or 0.6 meters. Weight is 2.2 pounds or 1 kilogram. Base experience yields 136 in Gen 2 through 4 and 119 in 5+. Leveling rate is medium slow. EV yield is 2 and speed. Shape is that. Footprint is that. Pokedex color is green and base friendship is 70. Skiploom is a dual type grass flying Pokemon introduced in Gen 2. It evolved from Hoppip starting at level 18 and evolves into Jumpluff starting at level 27. Biology: Skiploom is a plant Pokemon that has a round green body with stubby arms, feet, and tail. It has large flat ears on the sides of its head and oval orange eyes with no pupils. On top of its head is a yellow bloom with a white center. Skiploom spreads its petals to absorb as much sunlight as possible. The bloom on top of its head opens and closes as the temperature fluctuates, and its flower blossoms when the temperature rises above 64 degrees Fahrenheit or 16 degrees Celsius. Because of this, it is sometimes used as a thermometer. It floats in the air to try to get closer to the sun. It closes its flower and immediately hides under the shade of a tree when it rains. If the weather gets too cold, Skiploom will fly away and migrate to warmer regions so that it can photosynthesize. Some people claim to be able to determine a Skiploom's birth location by the scent coming off of its flower. Skiploom lives in temperate grasslands. As seen in the games, the bloom on its head can turn clockwise. Skiploom evolves from Hoppip and evolves into Jumpluff. So Hoppip, Skiploom, Jumpluff. Game data: Pokedex entries. In Gen 2 in Gold, the bloom on top of its head opens and closes as the temperature fluctuates up and down. Silver, it spreads its petals to absorb sunlight. It also floats in the air to get closer to the sun. Crystal, as soon as it rains, it closes its flower and hides in the shade of a tree to avoid getting wet. For Stadium 2, if you have Pokemon Red, Silver, Crystal inserted, you get the Gold entry, but if you have Pokemon Blue, Gold, or Yellow inserted, you get the Silver entry. In Gen 3 in Ruby and Sapphire, Skiploom's flower blossoms when the temperature rises above 64 degrees Fahrenheit. How much the flower opens depends on the temperature. For that reason, this Pokemon is sometimes used as a thermometer. Emerald, it blossoms when the temperature rises above 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Because its flowers blooming changes with the temperature, it is sometimes used as a thermometer. Fire Red is the Silver entry, while Leaf Green is the Gold entry. In Gen 4 and Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, it blooms when the weather warms. It floats in the sky to soak up as much sunlight as possible. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are their Gold and Silver counterparts. The Gen 5 Pokedex entries are Diamond, Pearl, and Platinums. In Gen 6, X is the Gold entries and Leaf Green's entry, and Y is the Silver entries and Fire Red's entry. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are basically Ruby and Sapphires, but Skiploom and Pokemon, now the correct casing, and the F that was, for Fahrenheit is now the full word. The Gen 8 Pokedex entry is its Diamond and Pearl counterpart. In Gen 9 and Scarlet, Skiploom enthusiasts apparently tell where a Skiploom was born by the scent drifting from the flower on the Pokemon's head. Violet, when the weather grows cold, Skiploom's flower closes and the Pokemon cannot photosynthesize, so it flies away to warmer regions. So you've got Skiploom in the Paldea Pokedex, got 3 of them, that's cute. They're all kind of close to the ground, that's interesting. Game locations, side game locations. Stats: base stats, HP 55, attack 45, defense 50, special attack 45, special defense 65, speed 80 for a total of 340. Pokeathlon stats: type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, bug, ghost, steel, electric, psychic, dragon, dark, and fairy. Weak to flying, poison, rock, fire, and ice. All for double except for ice, which is for 4. Immune to ground, resistant to fighting, water, and grass. Fighting in water for half, and grass is for a 4th. Notes: if gravity is an effect, this Pokemon is given an Iron Ball in Gen 4, or a ring target, or it is affected by Smackdown or Ingrain. The effectiveness of ground-type moves is half, so it will go from 0 to half. In Gen 5, if this Pokemon is given an Iron Ball, the effectiveness of ground-type moves is 1. So, it would go from 0 to 1. Learn Set by leveling up will go down to Leech Seed. Level 20 in Leech Seed, 24 Mega Drain, 28 Acrobatics, 31 Cotton Spore, 34 U-Turn, 37 Giga Drain, 41 Bounce, and 44 Memento. Skipping by TM, and by breeding. Nothing by prior evolution. Side game data, you got all this. Pokemon Ranger, Guardian Signs. In the browser entry, it creates vines around itself that make Pokemon slowed. Got all this. Pokepark Wii, Pikachu's Adventure in the Pokepark pad entry. Skiploom lives in the Flower Zone. Hoppip and Jumpluff of the Granite Zone are her friends. Pokepark 2, Wonders Beyond. He is energetic, innocent, and spoiled. He heard Time Pole talking excitedly about Seismitoad's charm, but he doesn't understand the fascination. Got all this. Okay. Evolution data. Hoppip, level 18, Skiploom. Level 27, Jumpluff. Sprites here, so not much different. The red or orange eyes are white at this point. The flower might look a little different. Not quite be as wide. It's interesting to see these yellow highlights around its body instead of a pure green body. It's a little darker, I think. Shiny's purple and yellow. That's fun. Yep, and that closes. That's kind of fun. Oh, that's interesting. It's like its eyelids are yellow. That's weird. Okay. Then we get the orange-red eyes in Gen 3. This is a lighter green. This is now pink, which is fun because it's like Hoppip. Then you've got kind of a little bit lighter now. That looks a little bit more orange, I guess, the eyes. It's a little different. Okay. Not much is changing. We got the fullbacks right here. Yep. Now they become more red. I would say their modern ones are more red than orange. It's an interesting angle. I guess it makes sense. It's probably more accurate, but yeah, it's weird not to be able to see the flower on the top of its head. But yeah, a very good translation, I'd say. Yep. That. This one's face might be a little bit bigger, but more or less just the same. And the hands might also be a little bit different. Tail might also be a little bit different. And then you got Holmes. Oh, that's good. Okay, in the anime, Skiploom in the anime. All of these, yep. Pokedex entries. We recorded this one for the anime section, so we'll let Dexter read it.
Skiploom, the evolved form of Hoppip. This happy-go-lucky grass type has a flower on its head, which opens and closes depending on the temperature.
Okay, got all these in the manga. Skiploom in the Pokemon Adventures. Okay, in the TCG. Trivia: Skiploom's normal color and shiny color is reversed to its pre-evolution Hoppip. Aww. I read the second point yesterday. Origin: Skiploom appears to be based on a bulb and flower, specifically a dandelion. Its body also slightly resembles a cat or dog. Name origin: Skiploom may be a combination of skip and bloom or plume. The names of all stages of its evolutionary line is based on the phrase, just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Papaco may be a combination of Tanpupple, dandelion, and Neko, root. Its name may also be a pun on Neko, cat, given its cat-like face. In other languages, references, external links, let's move on. Now let's watch Skiploom's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 178, The Grass Root, as in like the path. It's pretty much the same setup as yesterday's, where Ash, Ketchum, the main character, traveling companions, Brock, Misty, Pikachu, and Togepi here are walking to their next destination as a bunch of grass Pokemon on this route. They're about to see a Skiploom. There it is.
Hey, a Skiploom!
Skiploom, the evolved form of Hoppip. This happy-go-lucky grass type has a flower on its head, which opens and closes depending on the temperature.
Wow, that Skiploom looks like it's in a hurry.
Pokémon! Pokémon!
And that is Skiploom's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's see why people love Skiploom. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody's set in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you familiar with the series, you might be wondering why we're on this single image. That's because this is the only image we'll be doing today. So this is Hop, Skip, Jump by Akura Kai. So this is a nice image of the whole Hop-Up line. So Hop-Up, Skiploom, and Jump Fluff. That's got a very interesting perspective. Yeah, it's a very nice image. Let's move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I'll be streaming tonight at 5 p.m. CMT, Central Mountain Time. During this stream, I'll be evolving Hop-Up into Skiploom. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Jump Fluff. As always, this is my proper outfit, and you'll see me tomorrow.